Hi guys, and welcome back to the farm here on Haut Beyleron. So first job of the day, we've woken up nice and early. Don't know why we did, we've got very minimal to do. The two jobs we've got to do today are weeding both of these two fields because they are full of weeds. If we jump out, comes up, says we need a hoe. And we've got the Ironbark Chopstar 590. I've had it for a while. So we're going to concentrate on getting this done. What we're also going to do is mow and silage bale the grass field behind the cows. That's ready again for another harvest. So we'll pretty much get this set up to where a worker can just carry on with it. We'll get the mowing done and baling done. Although that is very satisfying to watch, isn't it? Just to see those... Oh. Let's reverse there and make that actually fully satisfying and take the weeds out. Yeah, that is very satisfying to watch those weeds just disappear. But like I said, we'll get this to a point where a worker can take over. We'll get onto the mowing because I want to skip through. And we want to get some harvesting done. October we should be harvesting our sunflowers. So we're going to need to unfortunately lease another harvester. And a header. Or header front. But that's all good. All works towards the end goal. Now, fingers crossed we can get a hold of at least one or maybe two of those other sunflower harvests. What we'll do, same thing we do with everything in this field, we'll run up to the other end, we'll get a couple of runs done along that length, just so old mate doesn't struggle with the fence. And then we will pull the fence out. And we will concentrate on getting that grass mowed. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll just flick this guy around. Let the worker take over from here. He can start doing lengths of the field. Already looking so much better. So we'll let that guy take over. He's blocked by us, of course. We've still got to do another fertilised state on this, but that can come at any time. We've got a while before we need to worry about that. This field should be the same. Yep. So we'll get rid of the weeds in here as well. We did have to lime this before planting, as you saw in the previous episode. But we need to jump in this big guy, get him down to the other farm, gave him a bath, as you can see, nice and tidy. Gonna need fuel soon, also gonna need repairs again soon. But it seems to be lasting. Granted, I think we've put another 10 hours on it since, you know, we had that conversation up at the store about how it was costing us too much money. Would love to get rid of it, but just nothing seems to come along in and the specials at the right time. Something we haven't done yet. Well, why am I going straight for the baler? Something we haven't done yet this morning. We haven't checked out what's in the cheapies. So we'll get all of this picked up and we'll go and have a look. Now we're going to have to change the work mode on this guy. So if we bring that up. Selected work mode. How do we change the work mode? Toggle work mode, Control Y. There it is. What would be nice, and I'm not gonna lie here, is if somebody came up with Krone Big M, something along those lines, with PTO shaft and rear 3-point linkage. So as we could literally attach a baler or a rake to the back of one of them. That way we could buy one of those big boys, make a massive grass field somewhere, and we could literally do all of this in one hit. But anyway, we'll get this moving along. Get it done and dusted. Gonna be one less thing we have to worry about. And we can potentially look at moving on to October. We will have to make sure we've weeded 38, 39, so that field to our left first. Otherwise, those weeds are gonna need spraying off. They'll be too big.
Tell you, you blow my mind. I don't know if you know yet.
So that's the mowing done. As you're seeing, we dropped a big, massive nugget of mowed grass on the other side of field 4041. So we're gonna have to hope that we can pick that up with the baler. Speaking of the baler, we need to swap that back over to 150 centimeter bales. So we'll get him hooked up, we'll bring that up. Oh, to change the size. There we go. Disappear that again. And I reckon we should probably go and try and deal with that big nugget first, because that's possibly gonna get in the way of the stayer doing the weeding. So jump in here. This is gonna be next to nothing along this edge. Get him switched on, get him turned down, and away we go. Yeah, you can see the size of that pile of grass from down here. And that's literally just because we were driving along the edge of our border. Once we got more into a section that was entirely ours, obviously it just dumped everything it had collected. It is kind of silly how it does that. It should just dump it and say that we can't touch it, or it should just not collect it at all. But that pile's almost the size of the tractor. Crazy. Watch the baler have a heart attack when it gets to it. Oh no, that's good. Okay guys, so we'll continue, we'll run around all these headlands that we did first, get all that picked up. Does mean we're going to have random bale placements here for a little bit, until we get them all picked up. And we also want to turn on auto drop, which is that. So once that gets it wrapped, it'll drop it as well. We won't have to worry about it. Perfect, he's finished what he's doing, so he hasn't. That's alright. And he's walked away and turned the motor off as well. We'll get this last little bit done. It's amusing because he lined it all up and everything, and then just decided, no, I'm not going to do it. But that's okay. Won't bother folding this up, we'll just run this straight up here. Straight up in front of the baler. We'll get it onto this field and we'll get him going on that as well. Swing, that's it. Now we want to leave it outside that edge because, as you know, this field's not straight. It does dive out a little bit. So now he'll continue along with that. We'll continue along with this. And we'll see you guys once all the bales are down in the shed.
Silent now, we don't say a word. We're just looking at each other. Tears in our eyes from the words we said. Yeah, it kinda broke my heart. Loving you is not so goddamn easy as you think. I'm trying my best to hold on, but I feel myself giving. You know that we shouldn't keep it up like this. We hurt each other's feelings on and on. I don't wanna change who you are. The things you say is always one step too far. But I know that I've played my part. I'm hurting you as well. I guess that we should say we're sorry. Say we're sorry. Say we're sorry. I guess that we should say we're sorry. Say we're sorry. Say we're sorry.
Okay, so that's the last of the bales done. There's little bits laying around, we're not too worried about that, but what I wanted to say is how cool is this dynamic bale colour knot? I love it. We've got orange, black, blue, we've just dumped down a, what is that, class green? That is very cool. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're not going to worry about picking those up because obviously A, they're not ready. B, our tractor with the forks is over there. I know we could just hand bomb them like we were with the straw bales, but they don't have far to go. I reckon that'll be a good winter filler. Something for us to do over winter, just move those down into the shed. If there's any on the road, like I can guarantee this orange one up here is, we'll just bomb that to the side. That black one over there is going to be in the way. So we'll sort of hand bomb them down to this field. But definitely made things look a lot neater, as has that weeding. Right, so what I said we were going to do was have a look in the sales. We need to figure out if there's anything in there that's useful to us. Just bale tossing. So yeah, we need to figure out if there's anything in there that we can realistically use. If not, it will be time to move on to October. Oh, it's chasing me. Okay, so we'll see you over at the house, ready for a sleep. Oh, actually, we better let that guy finish. That'll give us time to have a look around. This can just park in here for now. You've got the forage wagon sitting there. That's still got 7,000 litres of straw in it. Okay, what have we got in the cells? Nothing. That could come in handy, because realistically, we're about to do sunflowers. But the fact that we've only got a tiny amount of sunflowers, that does fit just about everything too. Come into combines. What have we got? It fits the canola. Does it fit the rostel mash? Oh, always go too far. No, it doesn't. But fits the Deutz-Fahr, or the top liner. Fits the CH770. Fits the T560. The actual flow 7150. Class, the ideals, fits under them. Doesn't fit the 9250. No, that's where it gets too small. So we can get a decent sized machine onto it. Like, we've played around with these smaller guys. I reckon it might be time to bring something decent out. But we also need to figure out if there's going to be a contract on either 14, 12, 10 or 11. See, if we could get all of them, that'd be great, because that would fill our oil mill really well. Anyway, has old mate finished over here? What's he got? 1, 2 more rows? Oh, he should be able to get that done in one. So, oh yeah, easily. Rightio guys, we'll get this completed, and we will see you guys in the morning. Bright and early for a sunflower harvest.